The Jar of Happiness. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between green hills and sparkling streams, lived a boy named Aaron. He was a kind-hearted child, always ready to help others. But Aaron had one problem: he never felt truly happy. Even on the brightest days, he found something to complain about. If the sun was shining, he said it was too hot. If it rained, he grumbled about the mud. His parents, teachers, and friends tried to cheer him up, but nothing seemed to work. One day, an old traveler came to the village. He wore a long cloak, carried a wooden staff, and had a calm, wise look in his eyes. The villagers welcomed him warmly and offered him food and shelter. Aaron, curious as ever, approached the traveler and asked, "Sir, you've traveled so far. Have you ever found true happiness?" The old man smiled and replied, "Yes, I have. And I carry it with me." Aaron's eyes widened. "You carry happiness with you?" The traveler nodded and took out a small, clear jar from his bag. Inside the jar was nothing but air. "That's just an empty jar," Aaron said, disappointed. "No, my boy," the traveler chuckled. "This is a jar of happiness. Would you like to learn how to make one?" Aaron, though unsure, nodded eagerly. The traveler handed him an empty jar and said, "For the next 30 days, I want you to write down one thing each day that made you smile, even a little. Fold the paper, put it in the jar, and keep it safe. Don't open it until the 30 days are over." Though doubtful, Aaron agreed. The first few days were tough. He struggled to find something good. But then he noticed small things: the warmth of the sun on his face, the laughter of his little sister, the sweet taste of mangoes. Slowly, his jar began to fill. On the 15th day, his dog fell sick, and he felt sad. But that evening, he wrote about how his friends came over to help him care for the dog. By the end of the month, the jar was full of little notes, each holding a moment of joy. When the 30 days passed, the traveler returned. "Have you filled your jar of happiness?" he asked. "Yes," Aaron exclaimed. "Can I open it now?" The old man smiled. "Go ahead." Aaron opened the jar and began reading the notes. As he read each one, a smile spread across his face. He laughed at memories he had forgotten and felt a warmth in his heart. The traveler placed a hand on his shoulder. "You see, Aaron, happiness isn't something we wait for. It's something we find in everyday moments. The more we notice it, the more it grows." From that day on, Aaron changed. He no longer complained about the weather or little troubles. Whenever he felt low, he'd read from his jar or start a new one. Soon, others in the village began making their own jars of happiness. The village, once ordinary, became a place full of gratitude and joy. Moral: happiness is not found in big events or distant places. It lives in the small, simple moments we often overlook.